So not in untypical fashion, I went back several steps on the chamfer and everything else to get back to this state before I actually chamfered the entire top of the building, of the table. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to chamfer it, and what I realized, I believe, is that I needed that second segment in there after all. And what I want to do now is actually connect these pieces here to create a single spot there, which hopefully will allow me to actually clean this whole edge up. So what I'm going to do is hit OK. I still have to do it these 4 times, and then I have to do it 4 times down below. And then I'm going to use the symmetry to get it across to the other pieces. So let's see how that goes. So let's go to vertex. 4, grab that dude, hit control to get those dudes. And I'm going to hit connect. Fail. Sweet. We'll go ahead and hit connect now. And then I'm going to, I guess what I'm going to do is do a cut tool. And then cut that. Now what I want to do basically is collapse. And I'm going to repeat this. Make sure I selected nothing in the background. Collapse. Grr. Come on. That's not what I want. So let's undo that. Ooh. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's undo, backtrack a little bit, back to the star. I like having those connected and those connected. Oh, I'm going to do that. That's kind of what I want. And so this right here, this stuff right here, that's the camera clipping. That's where the perspective loses its power. And so what I'll do here is I'll hit O or U to go user view or orthogonal view. Same basic motions, but you really want to make sure that you have something that the camera can lock its view on when you're doing arc rotate around your scene. Otherwise, you'll just get an incredible mess trying to follow something. So, but I can zoom in there as close as I need to. Alright, so now I've got this huge, what's no longer an n-gon, and really it's pretty straightforward. I believe that's all I really would have to do is just get those connected. So the way we can test that is just to go ahead and go into the NURMS, and all that's a little cleaner. Take this off. Alright, so that star kind of makes some sense. I'll have to do some more research. But in the meantime, I'm getting some nice clean results here. And so what I can do is use that in my favor in terms of getting all this joinery put together. So I will touch something. I'll be right back. Come on. Okay, so one of the things I wanted on a quick research, getting rid of these points here, and this pinching that's happening right here. There's an easy way to help that out, because the display of the actual edges is dictating how a lot of the subdivision is happening. So what I'm going to do is get rid of these cross lines here, these angles, which are just basically making quads into triangles. and that'll break up the clean subdividing aspect of how this process is, how it happens. If I just to show it, turn off isolene, and so it's creating a vertex on those edges to split it up. So what I want to do is actually I'm going to hit backspace, remove it, and then if I go back in here, you can see how all that work is cleaned up. So I go into my, let's go ahead and smooth up my smoothing groups, and that is how I'm going to clean this up. So I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get the rest of these done, and hopefully the rest will go smooth. Sometimes the cut is a little messy. Not a problem. Cool. Could use more cleanup, but that is where we're headed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this one slightly down so I know where it's at. And that is going to be used to help me set up my symmetry. And then add another symmetry. Set that to 1. Sweet. Now I've got all the corners there. Collapse 2. Added to my polygon count, and I don't really care because I just added to my polygon count and it's the way I want it to be. So we'll do that real quick. We'll put this back. But now we got to work on these things.